Aloha and welcome. My name is Taylor Norris, and I'm a Galactic Astrology soul reader and Reiki master specializing in Reiki journeys. And in today's video, we are going to be exploring the galactic astrology of the Aquarius new moon on the 29th of January, as well as some of the transits that are occurring in the very end of January, very early February, because I'm already feeling them. And I know if you are tuning into this video, then you are also sensitive. You are also empathic. You are also intuitive. And so there's a very good chance that you are already feeling these energies as well. And there's some big energies also. So all the more reason why we are feeling these energies, and we can co-create constructively and creatively and harmoniously with these planetary and stellar energies. So I'm so very grateful for you being here. Please let me know in the comments any of your thoughts, your impressions, what you've been sensing and feeling and perceiving, because we are in this together. We are on this journey together. As always, I will be hosting a new moon distant Reiki share on the 29th of January for the Aquarius new moon. So please feel free to join that and sign up for free on my website, taylornorrisreiki.com, and it'll be linked below this video in the description for you to check out and see if you're able to attend live. And it's always okay to come late, leave early. There's no requirements. Everybody is welcome, whether or not you have Reiki training or astrology training. Newbies and newcomers are very much welcome. And in the Reiki share, we'll look at the astrology for part of the time, and we'll also do a Reiki journey connecting in with the higher frequencies of the astrological and galactic energies for your highest good, and really be in that heaven on earth container, Reiki held sacred soul family container together at the very special time of the new moon. So this new moon is happening, like I said, the 29th of January, 2:35 a.m. Hawaii time. So you can adjust that to your time zone. And the very first thing I want to say is a energy that we're working with beyond this new moon, but it's been coming through really strong. So I want to make sure I mention it here at the very beginning. This is a message coming from Mars retrograde in Cancer. And this has really been the source of our literal fire energy, fire elemental energy, because you can see there's no other planets and fire signs other than Chiron at this time. And so our fire energy on the earth, Cancer, is being really amplified by this Mars retrograde. I know on Hawaii Island, our volcano here, Kilauea, is erupting. And this morning, I was really smelling the smell of the volcanic gas that is being emitted from this outpouring, this fire energy of Mother Earth. And so while we cannot necessarily control all the fire elemental energy on planet Earth, one thing that we can do that's very, very practical, that's very useful, that's very much mundane, and start where you are, is to enjoy your Mars, bring joy to your Mars. How do you do that? Exercise. Exercise. Home workout is a perfect expression of Mars retrograde in Cancer. There are so many wonderful YouTube workouts you can do from the comfort of your home, online workouts, maybe a yoga practice, whatever your daily movement practice is, or if you don't have one, start one. But this is an excellent way of working with that very, very intense Martian energy that is amplified by this Mars retrograde cycle that we're working with well into February. And so move your body. Mars just wants to have fun. And really, Mars was very present in a Reiki journey I did yesterday. Mars in Cancer coming to me and through me just as this being of light, this planet of light that wanted to be cuddled, that wanted to be nurtured, that wants to have fun, that wants to move, and really wants a lot of love right now and reassurance and attention. And Mars together with Saturn, those are the two so-called malefic planets that have had a lot of bad press. Pluto and Neptune also lots of bad press there. Uranus often gets a lot of bad press as well. Chiron to a certain extent as well. It's like everybody except Jupiter and Venus and Sun, Moon. It can go either way. So Mars really is just wanting love. Our inner masculine is wanting love. Our inner fire energy is wanting a lot of love at this time. And really, can do a lot, can enact a lot of positive change and action. As you can see at the time of this new moon, it is in a trine aspect, approaching an exact trine aspect with Saturn in Pisces here. And so this is thinking about long-term action. This is spiritual practice. This is physical practice that has that embodied, sacred, emotional upliftment effect here. And so finding ways to move spiritual energy is very, very highlighted and is a very constructive use of this energy. I wrote this kind of summary statement when you look at this chart as to what this how we can look at all of these energies. We have a stellium of planets in Aquarius, Pluto, Mercury, and the new moon. So that's the moon and the sun together at 9 degrees, 51 minutes of Aquarius zodiac sign. We have the stellium of planets plus the north node in Pisces, Saturn, Venus, Neptune in the north node, all in Pisces. This is strong water energy, strong air energy, Chiron in Aries. We have Uranus in Taurus, the south node of the moon in Virgo. This is representing our earthly energy, our more grounded energy. We have more energy in air with Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. And this is really expanding and amplifying the potency, the sociability of the air element, the sociability of Aquarius zodiac sign, the information, the ideas, the insights, the downloads, the communication, the sense of working together and expanding our frequency together, revealing new truths, revealing higher mind information that also has the details and the specifics, as well as Jupiter retrograde is trining this new moon and is approaching an exact trine with Mercury. And Mercury will move closer into that trine as Jupiter continues retrograde. And so we have all of this water energy, as I said, in Pisces with Mars in trine here, Mars retrograde in Cancer. So lots and lots of water energy. So kind of looking at this, thinking of a statement, how do we summarize this? This was something that came through, and I have it written here on the slide for you as well. Soul and spirit revealed, unified, embodied, and anchored in your mind, your body, your home, the land, the earth, and all that no longer belongs is released. So that's a long phrase there, but the soul part really coming through all of this Aquarian energy, Pluto being this dominant energy that is in Aquarius, the sign of the air Pluto, the soul, revealing, becoming more conscious, becoming more known mentally. And then all of this Pisces energy, really the dominant planetary energy here is Neptune, which Neptune for me is this signifier of spirit, spirit revealed and unified and embodied. Embodied, I'm getting through this south node of the moon in Virgo that's saying, here is our gifts and talents. Here's the sacred container. Here is the fullness. Let's embody it. Let's be practical with it. Let's physicalize it. Trining this Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Let us awaken it. Let us awaken our inner technology that's present within the earth, within our physical bodies, within our homes, within our land, within the earth, within the earth, within our bodies. The home part is really coming through this Mars retrograde in Cancer. The home, the family, the lineage. Let this unification, this embodiment, this light, this new awareness really be grounded into the earth, grounded into our roots, our lineage, our ancestry, the physicality, the material world, and our deepest, innermost, true nature. This is also feeling like a major activation of psychic abilities, and that is coming through some of these end of the month, early February transits I'll talk about in a moment. So, areas of the body that are particularly highlighted by this Aquarius solar season and certainly this Aquarius lunar cycle as well. Aquarius rules in medical astrology the parts of the body, including the ankles, the calves, our venous circulation, so our veins, the circulation of our veins, oxygenation moving and flowing and circulating throughout our body, the electrical system of the body, the quality of the blood. And this is coming from the work and research of Judith Hill. So you can see this inner technology really strongly working through our electrical system and working through our heart as well. So Leo is the heart, and Aquarius, its opposite sign, is the circulation. So that heart energy circulating, that heart energy being made more conscious, being able to be communicated, to be spoken, to be intellectualized and mentalized to a certain extent here. The Aquarius new moon, the planetary guide for Aquarius zodiac sign, is planet Uranus. And you can see the day after this new moon, Uranus is actually stationing direct at 23 degrees 15 minutes of Taurus zodiac sign. So with Uranus stationing direct, Uranus, the planetary guide of this new moon, just after the exactitude of the new moon, Uranus's symbolism and energy and meaning and frequency is very expanded, is very highlighted, is very, very strong. So the whole last week or so of January, the first week or so of February, we are feeling the Uranian energy, which in the sign of Taurus can be helpful for grounding and awakening our inner technology, insights, downloads, galactic contact, and revelations, but it also is a signifier for earth changes, physical changes, and shifts within the earth. This is a beautiful time to receive downloads and energy transmissions, however you like to do that. I work with Reiki energy, so receiving Reiki energy transmissions, upgrades, awakenings, new awarenesses, And this can be positive shakeups that launch us forward, that quantum leap us forward into new possibilities. Uranus is a planet that is ultimately about awakening our power, awakening more of our potential, revealing more of our power, more of our potential, more of the possibilities, and catapulting us forward into the future, into our higher consciousness evolution, and really allowing us and enabling us to spread our wings and to fly, to awaken more of our earth memory, our earth wisdom, our earthly embodied wisdom, and be all that we can be as human beings and as a planetary consciousness. So the community, the tribe, the network, the grid of light, the family of frequency is very, very highlighted around the time of this new moon. It's a wonderful time to be together in community always, but certainly in the last week of January and the first week or so of February. This is a wonderful time where that collaboration and that exchange and discourse can be very, very highlighted and beneficial and helpful. So on February 1st, and really the first week of February, we have the Pisces energy very, very strong. February 1st is something of a magic day with the moon, Venus, the North Node, and Neptune all conjunct in the 27 to 28 degrees of Pisces zodiac sign. So that range of your chart, if you have any planets or points between 27, 28 degrees of Pisces, you will certainly be feeling this. And wherever those degree points of Pisces occupy in your chart, whatever astrological house that is in, you can really expect to receive quite a lot of spiritual energy, activation, intuition, divine love, receptivity. Could also be an area that is really letting go, letting flow, surrendering, trusting, embodying more faith. But this is a wonderful time for intuitive connection, divine feminine connection, spiritual connection, and really receiving instructions and guidance about your soul's purpose, your soul's path, more of your soul consciousness being embodied, and more of the subconscious coming to light, and anything that no longer serves your highest good, that no longer belongs, is released at this time in early February. This is a wonderful portal for that. February 3rd, the energy changes. Venus moves into Aries, and that can be really that Shakti energy, divine feminine, Venus helping us take action and receive more of the downloads and sneak peeks and attract to us the new beginnings that are really imminent, that are possible within 2025, but will really be expanded upon in 2026. Venus can also help us be, Venus and Aries, help us be a healthy outlet for this Mars retrograde in Cancer, because Mars is the guiding planet for Aries zodiac sign. So there's a sense of once she moves into Aries, potentially the Mars energy can work with us more constructively, inviting and igniting passion and healthy action and a sense of empowerment and expression and clarity. With all this Pisces energy, I know I've been feeling like really in the flow, really in the timeless energy, but there's almost this like, there's so much water, there's so much Pisces, there's no structure, it's all dissolving, it's all just like very fluid and very mutable. It can be a bit disorienting at times and can be also a bit too much at times, a bit too much empathy, a bit too much intuition. a bit too much in that formlessness. So Venus actually moving out of Pisces can help bring a little bit more of that clarity, that directness, that sense of, okay, this is what I want. This is what I'm doing. I'm going for it. There's a clear way forward. And that's interesting even to name because Venus is preparing to go retrograde, of course, and she will backtrack into Pisces. So Venus will be helping us integrate and take action on some of these spiritual insights and revelations that have been coming through certainly throughout this early part of 2025, and there's definitely more to come. If you're like me, you've been sensing and feeling and wondering, when is Jupiter going to be direct? Jupiter stations direct on February 3rd as well. So just a few hours after Venus enters Aries, Jupiter is stationing direct at 11 degrees and 16 minutes. And this is conjunct royal star Aldebaran, which is linked to Archangel Michael, which is so much protection energy. This is grounded energy. This is embodying your worth, embodying your power. This is divine abundance. This is also strategy and thinking about material wealth as well as what does wealth mean to you? What does success mean to you? What does integrity mean to you? How can you embody and be in greater alignment with your integrity? What are your values? And with Jupiter there stationing, this is an expansion of our knowledge, an expansion of our mind, and an opportunity to invite Archangel Michael to help us release any mental, emotional blocks we have to fully embodying our integrity, fully embodying our success, fully embodying our power in the material world, our spiritual power fully embodied and anchored within the material world. So this is really, really lovely. And this can also mean a highlighting of that Gemini energy, which, like all of this Pisces energy, is mutable, is fluid, is adaptable, is changeable, can be more of that scattering principle. So knowing that the scattering energy is present, this is really an invitation to bring it all back in, to bring it all back into center, to take a moment, to slow down, to breathe, to ground, to be very, very present in the now moment, to soothe the nervous system. Take some deep breaths. Gemini is a sign very linked to the breath and the lungs. So when things feel too much or the energy is too strong, just slowing down, taking some deep breaths and grounding here. But this is also a very rich time of mental downloads, of communication, of sociability, social connections, collaboration, teamwork, all being highlighted by Jupiter's stationing direct. So after Jupiter stations direct too, we have this very short period of time where all the planets except Mars will be direct. So that is definitely something to talk about, but Mercury and Venus will be stationing retrograde pretty soon. So in March, those retrograde cycles will be activated. But I'll talk about that a little later on. I do want to look at some of the star energies, the galactic energies here. You can see in this table from galacticastrochart.com. You can see the north node of the moon and Pegasus, both with this star Skiat, very near the final degree of the zodiac. Skiat star, as I've been tuning into this star, as I've been tuning into these final degrees of Pisces, these really truly feel like the most psychic and intuitively activated degrees of the zodiac. So definitely be aware if you have anything in your chart in these final degrees of Pisces, that this is a wonderful time to even open to new horizons of your own inner psychic abilities and intuitive abilities. And with the North Node highlighting this degree point, and both Neptune, Venus, Saturn, all three of these planets will eventually highlight this particular degree of the zodiac, that this is an opportunity, whether or not you have planets or points in these final degrees of Pisces, to intuitively up level, for your clairsenses to up level, and for your psychic abilities to up level as well. A little training, a little skill development, some tools and techniques can certainly help you expedite that process, but it is a process that is certainly underway. And so, in a similar vein, Skiat here at the final degrees of Pisces, this star projects onto the final degree point of Pisces zodiac sign. So, this is really feeling like possibly one of our most psychic, most intuitive stars that is very connected to the Pegasus constellation, of course, but the flying horse, the unicorns. So this is a very magical degree point, a very prophetic degree point, a very mentally creative star and star system, Skiat. And when I tune into these planets, these worlds, these star beings, this star consciousness, it feels very, very magical. And it feels like the total unified field of creation is accessible to us, which would make sense why this is such a psychic star and such a psychic degree point. So definitely be open to connect with that if that sounds good to you. Venus is highlighting Markov's star. This can really help us stabilize all of this intuitive activation, stabilize it, embody it, and begin to make sense of it with our logical minds and to work with it, to co-create with it, to attract more of it. Venus, to awaken more of this inner stability that is anchored and rooted and sourcing from our own spiritual connection, our infinite spiritual connection, our connection to an infinite supply of source energy. So this is extremely beautiful. Mercury is, of course, with Pluto, and they are both with Altair star and Aquila constellation. This is the Eagle constellation. Altair, a star of boldness, of courage, of action, of deep caring for humanity, deep caring for the earth, deep caring for the well-being of others, and this sense of ancestral power rising within us, and this opportunity to also integrate any of the themes and lessons and even shortcomings of more of a light warrior approach, symbolized by Altair and Aquila, this fighting eagle, this star of adventure, Altair, but it can also be a star very linked to military action. This is one of the more shadow expressions, potential shadow expressions of this star. So Mercury here seems to be undergoing this process of shedding any of that need to fight, that need to battle, that need to confront darkness and fight it into submission to the light, and simply be a open crown chakra vessel and communicator of the light, of the power of soul, of the power of your spirit here, being a bringer of light, a bearer of light, a being of light, an embodiment of light, and a clear channel of the light, that there is a new way, there is an easier way, and that there is a process of revealing truth and perspective that rises above all the noise. This is one of the gifts and talents of the eagle vision of Altair and of Aquila constellation, rising above the noise and also helping us rise above any of the fog that some of this Pisces energy can create, any of the veils, any of the excessive noise being amped up by Jupiter retrograde in Gemini, about to station direct, the news, the media, and so on. Just way too much information. Pluto, Mercury can help us kind of like purge all of that out, let it go, connect in with Altair, rise above, see the bigger picture, see the clear way forward. So I'm really looking forward to all of this Aquarian energy. I think it's really going to help us be more objective in this time that can be so dreamy, so psychic, so intuitive, so flowing, very potentially ungrounded as well. Okay, let's be clear. Let's be objective. Let's get the plan together. Virgo, South Node, and Uranus in Taurus can kind of help us. But this is really feeling like a very non-linear, quantum leaping type of process that we are in, especially around the time of the new moon, the last part of January and early February. So that is all I'm going to share about this right now. I will talk more about the transits of the first half of February at the new moon distant Reiki share, but I wanted to include those because I know I am feeling them. And I'm also, it's nice to know, okay, when are things going to shift? When is all of this water going to lessen up? When are we going to have, these outer planets changing direction? Because that's very, very significant and very much a big energy shift. So as usual, I pulled a card for the highest guidance of all who are watching this video. And this is from the Galactic Heritage card deck by Lisa Royal Holt. This is card number 61, Creative Communication. Sirius is the star, and it's a present timeline. So this is the channeling card, creative communication, the insights, the downloads, thinking about Mercury conjunct Pluto, thinking about all of the Aquarian energy, all of the Piscean energy, Jupiter and Gemini, also very open to insights and downloads and that creative communication here. So this can be an expansion of your own channeling abilities. Great time for automatic writing, great time for taking a Reiki journey or a shamanic journey and inviting in higher guidance and recording a voice memo or recording whatever comes through via your voice. Or I like to type. I've got nice, quick Gemini fingers, so I will just type out whatever the message is. And even if you need help or assistance, great time for readings, great time to be the receiver of channeling that's coming through somebody else to help reflect and mirror that higher guidance for you. But this is definitely a time for connecting to that authentic communication. Really, really strong with that Mercury Pluto aspect. So highlighted in Jupiter, about to change direction as well in Gemini. What is your inner truth? And what is your inner voice, your inner authority? What does the deepest part of you need to communicate, be more aware of? How can your words, remembering that your words are spells, your words create, the words are creating the manifestation, the power of your words to create and to manifest. Very, very highlighted at this time. So being mindful of your speech, to be integrity with your speech, thinking about that Aldebaran star energy very present for us. This is also dolphin energy. Whale energy, a great time to connect with Sirius star, connecting with the blue light, the diamond light, the silver light, connecting with the creatures of the waters and the oceans and the beautiful higher consciousness, the dreaming, the mysticism of the whales, the group consciousness of the whales and these beautiful water beings. The messages, insights, intuitions, and downloads certainly can be coming through your dream time. So, this is a wonderful time also to keep a dream journal and also to invite the playfulness, the joy, the light, and the levity of the dolphins and the sociability. So, this community energy of Aquarius, being together with your soul family, finding joy, finding play, finding that lightness, even if it can kind of feel Mercury, Pluto can feel a bit heavy, mentally heavy, a bit dense, a bit too much. So finding that commonality and that light, that sacredness when we come together in sacred circles, divinely ordered circles. And if you are looking for a divinely ordered sacred circle, a safe space to feel all of this, to feel held, to feel supported, to be amongst really amazing people, there are two opportunities to do this as a group facilitated by myself, the free distant Reiki share January 29th, and the class I'm teaching February 8th, the north node of the moon, conjunct Neptune and Pisces, divine love, receptivity. We will be journeying into the mystery and journeying into the love, journeying into the light of purity and really connecting with the Skiat star and all of the beautiful frequencies. I really downloaded the content of the class yesterday, and we will be connecting with the 12th heaven of consciousness. So, some more information about that will certainly be in the class. Shakti energy is a part of this particular transit, and this is a wonderful class if you're wanting to actually be in a sacred space where you can co-create with the astrology and manifest and intend what you wish so that this north node conjunct Neptune isn't happening to you, but you're actually an agent, a vehicle, a vessel of a light bringer for this transit and manifesting more of your desires and your soul and spirit intentions into physical reality 2025 Earth human right here and now. So this is an intuitive galactic astrology and Reiki journey class. Bookings for 2025, I am receiving those. So when you're ready to take a Reiki journey with me or book a reading with me, I am so excited to co-create a very sacred circle with you and enjoy our time together in connection, in higher consciousness, in the revealing of more of your soul in spirits, gifts, talents, wisdom, skills, highest guidance for 2025 and beyond. So thank you so much for watching this video. Happy and blessed Aquarius new moon and end of January, beginning of February 2025 and beyond. Aho, amen, namaste, and so it is. Mahalo.